Freethought009. So, I got curious. I've been hearing a lot about the alt-right lately. I wanted to see what they were all about. After a bit of research, I can definitely say I do not agree with them on a lot of things. Yes, we do have a few of the same thoughts, like white nations should stay white, and diversity seems to only be happening to the white nations. It turns out the parts that myself and others agree with them on are not thoughts of the alt-right that they themselves have come up with. It's things that they pull from other sources that I agree with. The things that they came up with, that is all their own, I do not agree with. For example, they seem to be obsessed with the Jews. Now, I could be mistaken here, but that seems to be the basis of a lot of their arguments. I don't agree with this. It's one thing to say they seem to have a bias against them, but it's a whole other thing to blame them for all of your problems. I get why they do it. Anytime someone is trying to gather the troops, you need an enemy or an adversary. It's the same thing that's happening with the anti-white movements. They say your lives would be so much better if X wasn't around. X is oppressing you. It's simple strategy. I don't agree with it though. In my last article, I was talking about how we were getting bred out because of diversity. That it seems that whites are under attack because they are white. One thing I didn't say is that any particular group is to blame. All I stated was that whites should have a homeland all of their own, just like all the other races. I truly believe this. I feel it's wrong for any race not to have some place in the world that's just for them. Now, if the alt-right just went with this narrative, I probably wouldn't have as many problems with them. Seeing as I don't apply to the white supremacist notion of us being the superior race. The only thing I will advocate for is that the white race has a right to be a part of this world. Not to be overlords or eradicate anyone, but also not to have to be subservient or be forced into self-hatred. I'm not going to say the alt-right fully embraces the white supremacist notions, but from what I can see, there's enough of it in them that I don't want to be a part of it. What I want to be a part of is a group that preserves our white heritage without having to have an enemy. A group that can promote and support the rights to a white nation without having to declare the superiority. Every race having their own nation, something that is just theirs, is what we should really be striving for. If people really want diversity, they're looking onto small of a scale. They see cities, states, and countries. Everything has to be integrated. Everything has to be multicultural. I say true diversity is something on a worldwide scale. Each nation having their own ethnicities and culture, where each race has a homeland that personifies the diversity. So if I am misrepresenting and not understanding the alt-right's positions, I'm sorry, but after all my research I have done, this seems to be what it all comes back to. I leave you with my final thoughts today. The only way whites can reclaim the heritage and hope of having a homeland again is if we stop blaming others. It's okay to point out someone's bias against you, but don't obsess on it. We don't need an enemy to justify our reasons.